Liverpool took another massive step towards securing the Premier League title with a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Everton in a tense Merseyside derby at Anfield. The win means Arne Slot's side now need just 4 more wins to clinch the title, as they continue their relentless push for domestic supremacy. The Merseyside derby lived up to its reputation as a high-intensity clash, with both teams battling for dominance. Liverpool controlled much of the possession, but Everton's defence stood firm in the opening stages. The breakthrough finally came in.
There it is, the table with Liverpool 12 points clear of Arsenal, 13 points maximum for Liverpool to lift the Premier League trophy come the end of the season. Manchester City's win takes them into 4th, Newcastle hot on their heels on 50 points, and of course they have a game in hand, as do Chelsea, but that game is tomorrow. You'll be able to watch them in action live on Sky Sports. Meanwhile, down at the bottom end of the table, a draw for Southampton takes them on to 10 points for the season. They're trying to avoid that lowest ever Premier League points total of 11. They're 1 point away from that, but it doesn't do their chances of staying in the Premier League next season much good at all, because if they lose at the weekend and Wolves win, then Southampton will be relegated this weekend. So Leicester then falling.
The importance of grinding out results in crucial moments, highlighting the determination and resilience of Slot's squad. Carragher also pointed out how Liverpool have managed to find different ways to win the season, whether through dominant performances or grinding out results in tough matches. That's what makes a title-winning team. You can't always blow teams away, sometimes you have to dig deep and find a way. Despite the win, Arne Slot remained grounded, reminding his players that the job is not done yet. We're in a great position, but we must stay focused. There are still important games ahead, and we can't take anything for granted, the Liverpool boss stated post-match. His disciplined approach has been key to Liverpool's consistency this season, and with just 4 more wins needed, the title is within touching distance. Slot also credited his squad for their mentality, saying, "These players know what it takes to win. We must stay humble and continue working hard because the toughest part of the season is always the final stretch." His words reflect the team's hunger and determination as they edge closer to lifting the trophy. Several players stood out in the derby win, showcasing Liverpool's depth and quality. The match-winning goal came from a brilliant piece of play, highlighting Liverpool's attacking threat even in tight games. Alexis Mac Allister and Dominic Szoboszlai were instrumental in keeping Liverpool's midfield ticking, winning crucial battles and maintaining possession. Liverpool's backline, marshalled by Virgil van Dijk, was rock solid, ensuring Everton never found a way through. The Brazilian goalkeeper made a couple of key saves, proving once again why he is among the best shot stoppers in the world. With 4 more wins needed to secure the Premier League title, Liverpool now face a crucial run of fixtures. Every game from here on out is a final, and the pressure will continue to mount. Their next matches will test their resolve as they look to finish the season as champions. Liverpool's victory over Everton not only strengthens their grip on the league but also proves they have the mentality of champions. If they continue on this path, the Premier League trophy could soon be returning to Anfield. The Merseyside derby win was another statement from Arne Slot's Liverpool side. They have shown they can win in different ways, whether through attacking brilliance or defensive resilience. With Jamie Carragher and many others backing them, Liverpool's belief is stronger than ever. Now, with just a few steps left to reach their ultimate goal, all eyes will be on how Liverpool handle the final phase of the season. The Reds are on the brink of history, and the excitement is palpable as fans dream of another Premier League triumph.
So it's not easy to score against them, but great goal. Nice to see that. I just saw when I was inside my room that according to the rules it was a goal as well, so no one can complain about that.
Liverpool. At the moment, they are 12 points clear of Arsenal at the top of the table. 13 points maximum required for them to lift a record-equalling 20th league title. It couldn't be much better for them, even though, as you pointed out several times, nobody's going to want to say it's over around the club.
No, and I think this weekend is interesting. I can see both Arsenal and Liverpool dropping points this weekend. I think it'll be a tough for Arsenal to go to Goodison. I said Everton want to keep that sort of run going, certainly at home, and try and maybe stay undefeated to the end of the season. So you see that game there. That's the Saturday midday game, and then Liverpool or Fulham. It's not an easy game. You think of Liverpool actually dropped points at home to Fulham as well. So I think this weekend could be an interesting one as well.
And yet the Opta percentage chances of Liverpool winning the trophy are at 99%. And that's actually rounded down from 99.2%.
Okay.
So it's kind of...
Listen, Liverpool are going to win the league. We all know that, but it's just... You want it done as quickly as you possibly can. This weekend might have a bit in Liverpool's favour. If Arsenal, drop points at Goodison, they've got Real Madrid in the back of the minds, and they've got a few injuries as well in the Fulham game. So maybe Mikel Arteta might think, we're going to go all in on maybe the Real Madrid game, and that might be his mentality between now and maybe how far they go in the Champions League as well. But I think Liverpool will drop points between now and the end of the season, but I also think Arsenal will as well, and I just think Arsenal have left themselves far too much to do.
What do you think, Duncan? What's your sense on the title race and how this one's going to play out? Not necessarily where it will end up, but how it will get there. As Jamie said, he thinks both teams are going to drop points.
I think teams will drop points, definitely. There's no easy games in the Premier League, as the Liverpool manager just said there. They're all tough games. Liverpool will drop points, Arsenal will drop points, but they'll not drop enough, obviously. Liverpool will win the Premier League. But yeah, so they're a great team, aren't they? And it's well deserved. And but they will drop points. It's not easy, is it?
It's not easy, but it might well be. If you're watching the interview with Ibrahima Konate earlier on, you'll be glad you'll realise that you'll be glad that it wasn't Virgil van Dijk's Player of the Match award.
There's no way Konate was getting it today.
Diogo Jota did get the win, but it was quite a low-key interview. It's felt that way around Anfield for the whole of the evening. It wasn't hugely celebratory at the final whistle. Why do you think that was?
I think it was more relief on the back of Liverpool have had to wait so long since that Newcastle game, and it wasn't just losing the game, it was the manner of the defeat, really. So that would have stayed with the players for a long time. They went away international duty, they've had to wait, no game at the weekend, and no matter how many people in our position or around the country say the league's over, when you're inside the club or you're the team who are deemed to have, the title's over, it never feels like that. And it probably even feels like that for Liverpool supporters towards the end of the game, very anxious within the stadium, just wanting that, final whistle to be blown, because, yeah, you can talk about the 12 points in front. No Arsenal fan thinks they've got any chance of winning the league, but Liverpool fans still think they do, and Liverpool players will. And as he said before the game, it's not done until it's done.
Duncan, you said earlier Everton defended really well in their own box. How did Liverpool make the breakthrough through Jota?
But a magic, really, wasn't it? That's what the game needed. Good feet. Obviously, there's a wee bit of, the boy was offside, wasn't he? Standing offside, but then he gets good feet, lovely feet, nice flick, and goes through. And that's probably the first time that Everton really would come and stuck in their box, because they were very good throughout the whole game at making clearances, getting their challenges in.
There he is, Luis Diaz in the offside position. We'll clear that up in just a second, but what you can see is he doesn't make a move towards the ball, which is what the VAR is looking for when they judge that, as to whether or not he's illegally offside, rather than just standing in an offside position.
I mean, you can see Tarkowski, he knows he's there, he looks at him, he actually puts his arm out as well to look at him. It's brilliant from Jota. But you see, just look at Tarkowski now, he has one look, he has another look, he points his arm there. Now, he doesn't probably go to ground if Luis Diaz isn't there. He probably just clears the ball up the pitch. But the fact Luis Diaz doesn't make any movement towards the ball, when you look at this was ever going to be overturned, because when we'll look at the actual terminology now of the rules. They
may well look and think, well, he was aware that he was there and it affected what James Tarkowski did.
Yeah, but Barthwaite's in there and he's noticing that he's putting his hand up, he's not concentrating, so he's looking for the offside. So when action comes towards him, he's not concentrating enough, so he's shouting for the offside, isn't he?
So he's not obstructing his line of vision, he isn't challenging for the ball, he isn't even attempting to play the ball or even really move towards it, and isn't making an obvious action which impacts on the ability of James Tarkowski to play the ball, because Tarkowski did play the ball, but he was standing in an offside position.
Yeah, and listen, when you go through that day, but it's interesting when I'm commentating on that. Now, I think that's a goal when you actually look at the, go through the rule book. But I actually think it's unfair at times when a cross comes in and you actually see a defender sort of lunging for it. And as Duncan mentioned before, maybe I've past experience of that. But sometimes when you think someone's gone for a ball at full stretch because the attacker's there and they don't make an attempt for the ball, the defender puts it in his own goal or drops it to the feet of someone else and they score. I think that's very unfair. That one, I think, is a little bit different because Tarkowski isn't in a completely strange position or anything. He's still trying to play that ball into Garner. So I think it's one of them. If it goes against you, you're frustrated. But I think in the main, most people want that as a goal.
Yeah, a little bit of magic, as you say, from Diogo Jota. But you'd imagine that David Moyes is feeling pretty aggrieved. Here he is with Juliet Farrington.
Well, you can just feel in and around the tunnel area just how important that win is for Liverpool tonight.
Yeah, massive, of course, not only because it's a derby, but because of this international break. We have this run-in of 9 games, and it was really important to start with 3 points, and hopefully that gives us momentum for the rest of the season.
It did seem to lack a little bit of spark, though, didn't it, Virgil, in the first half and up until the second? What was the reason behind that in the first half, the rhythm of the game?
You play against Everton, they make it very difficult for you, and obviously we've seen the games that we played against each other over the last couple of years. It's always been tough, and they have a certain way of playing that you have to be ready for in all aspects. And so yeah, the first half obviously was not our greatest. Obviously we kept the clean sheet, that's the most important thing, and obviously Jota made a fantastic goal, and we kept a clean sheet overall, and 3 points, so we move on.
Did you feel there was a little bit of a hangover as well because of what happened at Goodison Park back in February and the manner of that game?
No, not at all. Not at all. We didn't even watch many clips of that game, to be absolutely honest with you. We know this game is always going to be tough, and today it was the same. We're very direct, second ball fight. Let us have the ball quite a lot, and obviously then on the break they can punish you, and could have done as well in the first half. But we stayed in the game and well deserved 3 points.
How much did you enjoy that goal, Diogo? It's been a while. Did you feel that one had been coming?
Yeah, of course. I always believe in myself. I always believe that the chances will come, and I need to be there to take them. Hopefully this game starts a good run as well for me. That could be helpful for the team. But like I said, the 3 points was really the most important today.
Yeah, you say a good run for you, but more importantly, a good one for the team, because you know what's at stake, you know what you can do. You're within 13 points maximum now of this Premier League title. Yeah,
the only way is to keep winning games. Like I said, it was really important to start well today, this run-in, and give this team confidence to keep on going.
Virgil, did you feel Everton were lucky to finish with 10 men on the pitch, 10 players on the pitch?
I don't know. It is what it is. It was. We couldn't. The referee and the VAR make decisions, and we all have to deal with it, and that's it.
You know how difficult, though, this run-in can be. You know how difficult these matches can be as well. But that's the challenge when you want to be Premier League winners, isn't it?
Of course, I think everyone wants to be in our position, and we work so hard to be in our position. And now we have to keep going, keep the same focus, keep the same mentality as we have been doing the whole season. The season so far has been outstanding, and we just have to keep going. And we have a tough one again in London on Sunday that we have to be ready for, and that will be the focus right now.
And you know also how hard it is to win these Player of the Match awards. And tonight it is Diogo. You scored the goal. You won in the Merseyside derby. Would you like to do the honours?
Of course. Well deserved, brother.
Thank you, mate.
Going to be a difficult challenge tonight, coming here to Anfield, facing Liverpool in the position that they're in as well. Was it a challenge too far for you, do you feel?
I think we're a lot closer to them tonight in the 2 games than possibly when I came into the club I expected. I thought over the 2 games we've given them a really good game. Certainly the first one with a draw tonight was really tight, and there's an offside goal which they get, so that's the difference in the game tonight.
That offside goal then, you have spoken to the match officials. In the build of that goal, you clearly feel it was offside, should have been ruled out.
I do. I think the players behind Tarkowski interferes with them, clearing it. It's a clear offside. I think it's a very easy decision to give. I can't understand any reason why that wouldn't have been given offside, none at all.
In the first half, though, you had a decision that perhaps felt you were lucky that went your way with James Tarkowski and McAllister. How do you feel? What was your view of that?
My first thought was it was a brilliant tackle for a derby game, and tackle that maybe we would have seen a few years ago. But I understand that nowadays there's things slightly different with follow-throughs, etc. So yeah, we might have got a bit lucky, but that doesn't make. Don't be sort of putting that with the goal, because the goal was a different incident, which actually won Liverpool the game in the end.
And in the first half, you two could have had a goal with Beto through, struck the post, and he did prove to be quite a handful, didn't he, in the first half?
Look, we had a few chances, but look, we're not kidding ourselves on. Liverpool were the better team. There's no hiding the fact, but that's why they're top of the league, and we've not been in that position. But I think we showed great resilience, stuck at it, done a lot of really good things, made some chances. That one, what you're talking about, and it's just a bit gut wrenching when you feel as if the end result was come from some which we didn't think was deserved.